is flat S402 in Robbins Hall. I've got my friend's poster up, a painting called Cisnes reflejan elefantes by Salvador Dali, which means swans reflecting elephants. Kind of cool. Here I've got a picture of some of my friends, as well as a collage of pictures. My MacBook. My Bean poster, which is one of my favorite posters. My wardrobe, which goes to Narnia. That's where I sleep. I have my own bathroom. One of the best things about my room, and one of the most historical, is that I have, there's a guy smoking, my very own balcony. Now, back in the 1800s, Rapunzel actually threw her hair down off this balcony and invited a prince up into her room. And according to rumors, she invited another man up into her room later that year. However, sources are not yet confirmed on that. This is the hallway of S Block where I live. It consists of 3 other bedrooms and our kitchen. Luckily they labeled it for me, because otherwise I'd have no idea what the heck was in here. It's a pretty nice sized kitchen actually compared to all the other ones. We have 2 sets of fridges. This one has my stuff in it here. Regular appliances. And again, we have a balcony right out of our kitchen, which is really nice. Now let's snoop into Chris's cupboard and see what he eats that's authentic English food. This stuff is disgusting. Horlicks malt. You'd think it would be like malt mix, which we put in malts and malted milk, which is really good. But it actually tastes a lot like Bisquick. And what they do is they turn the kettle on, boil some water, and then they put a spoonful or 2 of this Bisquick stuff in it and drink it before bed. So it tastes like you're drinking dough, and it's really disgusting. And I don't know how else to explain it. Here we've got our boxing den, and we actually got these boxing gloves for free, but I'm not really going to tell you where we got them because it might have been a dumpster. Now let's head outside and we can take a look at the parking garage to see what I'm driving these days. Alright, let's see where I'm at. Here I am. Alrighty. So I drive what they call a Puma Zapato, as you can see. Relatively cheap. I don't rent. I just purchase them, so alright. Now that we're ready to go, I'll show you around the rest of Plymouth. This church was bombed by the Germans during World War II. Most of the city of Plymouth was actually gutted out by the Germans during the war and has been rebuilt. This is really close to the city center. They left this church up since it wasn't completely destroyed. And right around the corner we've got a huge shopping center. It's about 4 stories tall and it goes back quite a ways actually. So that's where I go get all my stuff. Just a fun fact, this mall's called Drake Circus, and it was actually twice runner-up to be Mall of America, but it was 3 department stores short of winning the title. This is the area of the town called the Barbican. It's the area down kind of by the water, and everything's just really close together. They've got a lot of shops, pubs, and restaurants. And we'll head down to the water actually. It's just around the corner up here. This is where John Smith of Pocahontas caught his first fish. There's a shark right down there. There's a lot of restaurants and things where you can actually eat outside, and if you see those bright lights right there and right there and right there, those are heat lamps because it gets kind of cool at night. And we've actually eaten here before. It's a pretty cool place to eat. And we also ate right across, where is it? Right here, at this pizza pizzeria place, and we sat outside, and it was kind of cool because literally if you fell off the edge there, you'd fall into the ocean, be eaten by a shark. Although probably not in here because this is just kind of a boating dock. I'm right down here by the water. You can see this area here is very infested with sharks, so this is really brave of me right now. But I had to get a close view of this castle. Right across the way, there's a small castle on that hill, and that is the castle which Queen Elizabeth lost her virginity in. And a lot of British people talk about it, and they're always bragging about it. They're very proud of that castle. Although that's not entirely true. Now we're going to go to the Mayflower Steps, which is where the Pilgrims left from before they came to Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts, and it was the last place that they set foot. So we'll head up there now. By the way, there were totally some English people up those steps that heard me tell that story about Queen Elizabeth. That was not true, so I don't think they were very happy about that. Alright, you can see down here it says Mayflower 1620. They've got the Arc de Triomphe, or whatever this is, right above it, and then it comes out to these steps here. Well, not really steps, but where the steps were. And they've got two flags, an English flag and an American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm carrying on the tradition. Maybe I wasn't very inaccurate with my assumption of Queen Elizabeth, because I'd say that castle's about 400 yards away. They have these garbage cans, which they call rubbish bins, and they advertise right on the side of them to litter, when it would be so easy for someone just to throw something away. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Protect us from the Germans. Also got some battleships out there, just in case they ever come into the harbor. As you can tell, we're currently experiencing Hurricane Katrina II. It's very windy. Down here's the coast. This is the coral reef. Not a lot of people knew that it was located here. Here's a little tide pool, and one thing I've noticed, there's always these tiny seashells around inside of them. They're like on the sides of all this coastal stuff, and I've tried to pull one off before, and they're always stuck on really, really tight, and I thought that was really weird because it's just a regular seashell, and I can't get them off. And I found one that was flipped upside down today, and there's actually something living inside of these regular looking seashells, and that is why they're stuck on so tight. So I think that one must be dead, because it's not going to get flipped back over, that's for sure. Pamela Anderson used to actually sit up there every day as she would lifeguard and watch the bay. Well, they would film Baywatch. She saved a lot of lives. This is part of the Coliseum. And also I think it's one of the levels on Mortal Kombat. This is the first lighthouse ever built in the world. It was built in 1759 in honor of the discovery of Earth. And it still stands tall to this day. The city of Plymouth has more buses than any other city in the world. This is my favorite store. Everything's a pound. This is my current cell phone provider, or mobile phone provider, O2 Wireless. Feel free to call me from the United States. I think the number would be 011440785711272. Although you might be able to leave one of those zeros out, I'm not positive. Clinton cards. This is where I want to work one day. This McDonald's is 2 stories tall, so you can get your food down here, and then you go up top and eat. It's amazing. Drake Circus Shopping Center. Another O2 Wireless. New MacBook Air. This is where I would actually really prefer to work if I could get it, or I can get a job, but I don't think they're hiring. But I'm really jealous of those and everything else in there. Oh my goodness. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Aw, isn't this cute? This building is called Roland Levinsky, and I have my operations management module in there.